What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thank you guys for tuning back in. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about my 2011 Kia Optima SX and all the issues I've had with it. Is it reliable enough? Am I happy with my purchase? Do I regret it? So let's get into it. All right, so like I just said, this is my 2011 Kia Optima SX. Now, this is actually the second Kia that my wife and I have owned. The first one my wife owned, it was a 2012. We got it in 2011, I think. So it was a brand new car, had like 4 miles on it. When we sold it, it had 160 something, almost 170,000 miles. And I will say that car had 0 issues. I mean, super reliable. We drove it out of state, no issues whatsoever. That's what prompted me to buy this one behind me. Now, this was an SX model, so this is a 2.0 turbo, has 274 horsepower, I believe, or 276, something along those lines. So it actually has quite a bit of horsepower for a full-size sedan, being a 2011, so it makes it fun to drive. Now, with that said, that 2.0 motor, when these Kias first came out, had a lot of issues. For example, this car had the turbos replaced. So I'm gonna pause right there for a second. This car used to be my mother-in-law's car, then they passed it on to my brother-in-law. So this car has been in the family for a long time. It's a 2011. I think they got it in 2012. So when she got it, it was fairly new, very low miles. But the motor on this car, it had a lot of issues. Like I was saying, they replaced the turbo on it by Kia. They replaced the turbo. The car was fine for a little while. They had big issues with it again, to the point where they actually had to replace the motor. So like I said, this car, they replaced the motor. The dash says, and excuse the dirtiness, guys, this car is my daily driver. I work construction, but I drive very far. So I drive anywhere between 3 to 4 hours round trip daily, and I don't worry too much about keeping this car detailed. But like I was saying, the dash on this car has 187, almost 188,000 miles, but the motor itself has maybe 70, maybe 80,000 miles on it. Kia had to completely replace the motor, brand new, because the old one just went out on it. I'm not sure specific details on what happened. I just know it got a brand new motor from Kia 70 to 80,000 miles ago. So when I first bought the car, I was really skeptical. I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not because of those issues. Now, those issues did happen years ago. This car has been super reliable ever since, as far as the motor goes. No issues with the motor. Honestly, no issues with the transmission. The transmission itself shifts fine, no issues. So I went ahead and made the purchase, and I've had it for about 3 to 4 months, and honestly, I don't regret it. I get super good gas mileage. Right now, I'm averaging 30 to 31 miles to the gallon, so that's great. So another issue I've had with this car is the AC. I don't know what it is, man. This AC is cursed or something. It's gotten so much work done to it. I just paid to get a brand new AC compressor put on it. It worked for 2 or 3 days, and it stopped working. I live in Florida, and it's hot. I mean, I know you guys are experiencing pretty cold weather right now, but here in Florida, we're still in the 80s and 90s. So I am taking it back to the mechanic. He's gonna take a look at it because I paid a pretty penny to get that AC compressor put on. There's a leak somewhere. The compressor itself is okay, but there's just a really big leak somewhere. I'll put a brand new can of Freon and it'll last an hour, if that. So really big leak, but I guess that's kind of wear and tear to an extent. It's not a flaw in the car's reliability itself. I did have to change the calipers on the car. Both of them were seized for some reason, very odd. But other than that, it's fine. My cruise control is not working, but little stuff. All in all, I have to say that this car has been reliable for me. All right, so another issue that I'm having is with my shifter. I don't want to say the transmission is the shifter itself. So what's happening is, let's say I'm driving and I stop somewhere at a gas station, put the car in park, I don't turn it off, and when I go back to put the car in reverse or drive, it won't. It's stuck. The shifter does not want to move. I literally have to turn off the car and turn it back on to get the car to go back in reverse or drive. Not sure what that issue is. I've done a little bit of research, but not much. I do have to look into it a bit more before it becomes something more serious, but with my work schedule, I've honestly neglected it a bit. But that's the issue I'm having with, again, the shifter, not the transmission. The transmission's just fine. I have no issues with it, but that shifter situation, I do got to get it resolved. But like I said, all in all, it is my daily driver. The car is good. It's roomy. Let me show you guys inside. It's really dirty. Again, my daily driver. I didn't detail it before the video, but let's take a look. So it's pretty spacious. Disregard the dirtiness. My work boots get really dirty, caked up underneath, but this is the SX model again. So big screen, 2.0 turbo, 276 horsepower, spacious in the back. Car also has a very spacious trunk, more than enough space for your groceries or whatever you decide to throw back here. You will not be lacking, in my opinion, trunk space. It's a good looking car, full-size sedan. It's quick, it's fun to drive. It's not something you would take to the racetrack, but it's something fun for as far as a daily driver. This side here does have the fender all bent. I do need to get a new fender and bumper. I bought it like that. My brother-in-law got side swiped and it's kind of just been left like that. The car looks good, in my opinion, for a 2011. It's a really good looking car. So I don't regret my purchase. I know it has its little issues here and there, but it's also a 2011. So the car has been put through its paces, but I feel like all in all, it is a reliable car. If you're looking, thinking, debating on whether getting a Kia Optima or not, I say do it. If you don't care about the quickness of it and having a bit better acceleration, I would say go with a naturally aspirated motor versus the 2.0, just for reliability purposes. These turbo motors in the long term, they could tend to have issues. But all in all, a good car. If you're on the fence about purchasing a Kia Optima or not, do it. You won't regret it. Again, just go with a naturally aspirated motor if you can. So thank you guys for tuning back in. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget, be great. I'll catch you guys on the next one.